Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Lila. Part 2. A learned Brahmana named Upendra Mishra, who resided in the district of Srihata, was the father of Jagannatha Mishra. Jagannatha Mishra married Sri Sachi Devi, a daughter of Srila Nilambara Chakravarti, the great learned scholar of Navadvipa. Sri Sachi Devi gave birth to 8 children, all daughters, who died one after another immediately after birth. After her 9th pregnancy, she gave birth to a son, who was named Visvarupa. Then in the year 1407 Saka era, on the full moon evening of the month of Falguna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared as the son of Sri Sasadevi and Jagannatha Mishra at Sridama, Mayapur, a quarter in the city of Navadvipa in West Bengal. Once as Sita Thakurani came to the house of Sachi Devi, bringing with her many kinds of eatables, dresses, and other gifts. Srimati Sita Thakurani was astonished to see the newly born child, for she appreciated that except for a difference in color, the child was directly Krishna of Gokul himself. In the early childhood the Supreme Lord was known as Nimai. One day Mother Shachi gave Nimai sweets to eat, but Nimai began to eat dirt. When Mother Shachi stopped, Nimai started speaking Mayavadi philosophy. Once Nimai was playing with a snake and everyone around was astonished to see this. Then, Mother Sachi quietly took Nimai away from the snake. When Nimai would cry, the neighborhood ladies would clap their hands and chant the names of Lord Hari. Hearing this, Nimai would stop crying. This was his favorite pastime, and thus right from his birth, he was engaging everyone in chanting the holy names of Krishna. Once 2 thieves wanting to rob Nimai's ornaments took Nimai away, but Nimai misled them, and thus instead of going to their own home they came back to the home of Jagannatha Mishra. After Nimai's elder brother Vishwarupa took sannyasa, Nimai dreamed of his brother insisting him to take sannyasa. Nimai assured his parents that he would serve them and not take sannyasa, and thus the minds of his father and mother were satisfied. Once Nimai sat upon some rejected pots in the pit. Seeing this, Mother Shachi asked him to take a bath, but Nimai taught his mother about absolute knowledge. When Jagannatha Mishra passed away, the Nimai married Lakshmi Devi, the daughter of Vallabhacharya. Later, Nimai became a scholar and a teacher of grammar, and was known as Nimai Pandita. Once great Kashmir scholar named Keshava Kashmiri came to Navadvip to hold discussions on the Shastras. The Kashmir Pandit was a champion scholar, and he had traveled to all places of learning in India. The Pandits of Navadvipa decided to match Nimai Pandit, Lord Chaitanya, with the Kashmir Pandit, but Nimai defeated him. That night Mother Sarasvati appeared to the scholar in a dream, and revealed to him Nimai as the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Kashmiri Pandit thus understood his position as the eternal servant of the Lord. And thus the Kashmir Pandit became a follower of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. While Nimai was touring East Bengal, his wife, Lakshmidevi, left this world. When the Lord returned home, on the request of Shakimata, he married Vishnupriya Devi. Later, Nimai introduced the Sankirtana movement. As he danced and chanted, he distributed the holy name of the Lord to awaken dormant love of Krishna. One day Lord Chaitanya exhibited to Lord Nityananda Prabhu a 6-armed form bearing a conch shell, disc, club, lotus flower, bow and flute. Nityananda Prabhu once arranged to worship the spiritual master, Lord Gaurasundara. Thereafter Mother Sachi Devi saw Krishna and Balrama in their manifestation of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. After returning from Kashi, Nimai would regularly lead congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the house of Srivasa Thakur. Every night for 1 full year. Later, Lord Chaitanya delivered the 2 brothers Jagai and Madhai. Nimai once sowed a mango seed in the yard, and immediately the seed fructified into a tree and began to grow with unlimited mangoes. And Nimai distributed the mangoes to everyone. The Qazi once issued order to stop kirtans in Navadvipa. In protest, Nimai formed 3 kirtan parties and told them all to carry torches and march towards Qazi's house, performing kirtan. Nimai had a philosophy discussion with the Qazi, and then the Qazi accepted many of the Lord's points.